Barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. So I don't know if it's true or not. It's speculation as much as you guys tell me, but I just want to comment on it because people have been asking me about Triple G and has he signed. I have no idea. I don't really have any strong ties to Tom Loeffler, like for real, like Top Rank and PBC. I have great information on. I have access to great information, but don't, as of today, I don't really have any great information. But I want to talk about the rumor of his perceived contract, and what I want to talk about most importantly is equity in the program. I mean, equity in the business being DAZN. When DAZN first came out, right, I told every fighter that listens to my videos, or every promoter that listens to my video, if you strike a deal with DAZN, you got to get equity in the company. Remember, I broke down the Charlo's contract, and you get an upside as to what you sell. You understand? I broke it down. Go back in my videos in September, August, whatever I did those videos. Damn, pothole. And I think it's exceptionally important that we think long term. You know what I mean? And if Triple G gets that money, I salute him. I applaud him. It's not it's not how much you make. It's not how much they got. It's how much you negotiate. You know, you're worth what you negotiate. And at the end of the day, I genuinely believe that we need to get more in tune with ownership. Fighters need to have a promotional company, and the fighters in their gym, they need to sign. You don't have to go too far. You know what I mean? Being a promoter is probably the easiest thing to do. If you got a motherfucker like Leonard Ellaby that's on your team, you know, Leonard Ellaby, I mean, in my humble opinion, I think Leonard Ellaby knows what the hell he's doing. You know what I mean? He has the right concept, the right ideas, and there's many other people too. I'm not saying that there's no one else that knows how to do it, but just I have firsthand information. And when you're a fighter and you have someone you can trust like that, you get it done. You understand what I'm saying? And I think every fighter needs to believe in ownership. That Triple G contract inspired me to talk about another video. I need to title it so it goes to the places it needs to go. So I'm a probably retell this video. You know, I think fighters, if 5 fighters are best friends, right, and they're making millions, right? I don't care who you are, whether you're in Robert Garcia's gym where they got 20, 30 fighters in there and a handful of them are making a great deal of money, or you're in Gleason's gym in New York. If you're all hanging out every day and some is making 7 figures, some is making 6 figures, some is making 5 figures per fight, and all y'all do is party together, y'all dirtying the game up. You're killing your potential. You're fucking up. Like, if all y'all do is drink and fuck bitches together, and y'all got all that money, you're fucking up. You're literally fucking up. And what I mean by fucking up is there are some major cities in LA that will cost you pennies on the dollar in comparison to what you would pay in a big city. If you got designer brands on, if you're paying $50,000 for some sunglasses, if you're paying $10,000 for a pair of shoes, if you're paying $200,000 for a car, you do that 5 times in your life. Instead, if you invest $100,000 5 times in your life, when you get 42 like me, you're in your prime right now, you're in your late 20s or early 30s, somewhere in there, you're in the height of your prime, right? If you do that, you will be a millionaire in equity, you'll be a multi-millionaire in equity, and you'll have passive income coming in to the day you die, to perpetuity, to the day you pass it on to your kids and your grandkids get it. You understand? And I genuinely believe that the Mike Tyson fighters of the world who blows all their money should not be happening anymore. The reason why we have YouTube, we have men like Al Heyman, we have Leonard Ellaby, we have Richard Schaefer, we have, if you like Tom Loeffler, I don't really know Tom Loeffler, but he seems to have a great understanding. He has great poise, you know, understanding the business. You understand? And if you have these type of people in your life, you need to use them outside of boxing. You need to expand your relationships as it relates, because I don't give a damn how many pieces of jewelry you got, how many cars you got. When you get 50 is 50. You're a different man at 50, and I'm learning that. I'm 42. I'm sitting here in front of I'm sitting here in front of the gym right now. I'm Planet Fitness. I'm not the same man I was at 27 physically. I pretend to be sometimes on this YouTube shit and all that, but I'm physically not the same person. You know, I can trick you if I take my shirt off. I can trick you and do all this shit, but really, I'm not. You understand what I'm saying? And 50 is gonna happen to everyone. I mean, I'm assuming we're all gonna get there, and I hope to God that we do. You better have something set in place, because running around town, going from job to job, traveling when you don't want to travel, fighting fights you don't want, not fight physically fight, you're not fighting at 50, but fighting things you don't need to be fighting, it's not worth it. And Triple G is basically setting up his legacy with owning in the company. And I don't know if it's regional. I don't know if it's regional sales. I don't know if it's stock shares. I don't know if they're a public company in other countries. I have no idea. I haven't really done any like deep research on DAZN. You know what I mean? I don't know if they're a public company in other markets, the UK and Asian markets. I have no idea. But if they do well, he do well. If he wins, he does well. So he has multiple options. So it's nothing like getting passive income. Whether it's $100, you sold something online, you get reoccurring money every month, $100, you can depend on that. You know, it's like passive income is like a wife. You know what I mean? Like a husband. You know what I mean? Or like a grandmother. You get love unconditionally. You get money with no work. You can be the worst person in the world, your mother's still gonna love you. You can be the worst, you can have the worst month in terms of creating income, you're still getting that passive income. And I need our black and brown fighters, because I say black fighters, this is the first generation of wealth. For Mexicans, this is your first generation of wealth. This is the first time in your life where you will have first-hand contact with a millionaire, multi-millionaire. You understand? So we have to seize the moment. And Triple G's contract, I mean, we can argue, we can dispute, say, hey, they only giving it to the white fighters. I'm not even gonna put that on that, because without those guys putting on the gloves, there is no business. And like I said, if you don't know your worth, they're gonna show you how much you're worth. You understand? And it's just, I want to live in a world, honestly, where there's no Mike Tyson stories. You know what I mean? There's no, you know, Evander Holyfield, you know, his house went into foreclosure. You understand what I'm saying? I just want to live in a world where you make it, you take it, you keep it, you invest it. You know what I mean? Because it's cruel, man. For a 50-year-old man, it's cruel. If you're a 50-year-old man in the comment section, talk about being 25 versus 25. I think it's important, because our 26, 27, 28-year-old young men need to really understand. Your mental capacity enables you to make more money, but physically, nah. If you work out, you may have more vitality than the average 40-year-old man, 50-year-old man, but the sum of it all, you don't do the same. You know what I mean? You don't do the same. So, but this is just a. I just hope that Triple G contract, you didn't look at it and just say he's getting $15 million in shares in the country. I hope you Hope fighters looked at that. Hopefully promoters, young promoters that are in small city USA, small cards USA, fighting in ballrooms, fighting in casinos and clubs, that you see the big picture. So when you negotiate with Bob Arum, when you go negotiate with Al Heyman, when you go negotiate with Eddie Hearn, you understand the big picture. You understand what I'm saying? And I think it's just incredibly important that we grasp it, you know. And it's like the NBA pays a family. I don't know what it is now, but when they merged the two leagues, the NBA and you know, the league Dr. J used to play in, the Squares and the Squires, you know, you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm just drawing the blank on it right now. Well, when they struck the TV deal, I believe they own 1/6 of the TV deal, if I'm not mistaken. And the NBA has been offering them $350 million, $400 million, $500 million. They won't give up the rights. Why the fuck would you pass up making 200? In their case, I'm guesstimating. I don't know the real numbers, okay? But if they offering them 400 million, 500 million, they're probably making $150 million a year. Doing nothing, no matter what you do in life, you're making $150 million a year. And that's where you want to be at 50. Whether it's whether you're bringing an extra $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month. You understand? Because it's getting to the space where these fighters are making astronomical dollars. I'm talking about at the top of the game. You know what I mean? All these main event cars, 150,000, 200. That's a lot of money for me. I mean, where I come from, $200,000. I can move 14 mountains with $200,000, man. I'm just being real. In one shot? And you know, I'm gonna do a video on my Patreon later today. I'm inspired to do it. And please, guys, I'm just urging you guys. Like, if you guys are great friends and you're making 6 figures, high 5 figures, and it's consistently coming in and you're fighting on TV, you better invest that money. You better invest that money. You understand? Because you're not going to have that car you buy at 27 you have at 50. You ain't going to have it. I'm telling you. Not unless you got a 2001 Honda like I got in right now. Shit been down with me for 18 years strong, man. You know? And have long-term thoughts, long-term investments, long-term actions, you know, long-term relationships, and you'll be successful, man. And I'm gonna go get this workout. I appreciate you guys, but please, I mean, I'm urging you guys, no more Mike Tyson stories, guys. Please, no more Mike Tyson sagas in boxing. You are a fool. We have YouTube. If you have YouTube, not YouTube media, YouTube information. You can get a master's degree on YouTube. You can get an unofficial master's degree on YouTube. You know what I mean? So make right investments. Make right decisions. Barbershop conversations, man. And to all my Latino brothers, man. All my black brothers, man. Please, man. Please don't make these mistakes. Don't buy that. Don't buy no fucking $50,000 chain and your mama's renting in a bachelorette apartment. Come on, y'all. Barbershop conversations, man. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. I'll holla. Peace.